Hello, so this has arrived much earlier than I expected. As I might have said in the video I released, I don't know, a few weeks ago by now, probably, by the time I release this video. I haven't been spending money on Amazon or eBay for a long time because I was waiting for this to arrive. And the tracking says it was going to arrive like, I don't know, like July 17 or something like that, but obviously you can see it's here already. This is the Taiwan 7-Eleven exclusive Hypercar collection manufactured by Grani and Partners, which might not even be able to be found anywhere around here. No, I don't see it. Yep, here it is, Grani and Partners. And this is a company that's based in Hong Kong as well as Italy. And let's see, what can I say about them? There's 12 of them. You can see cars from 3 brands. There's a Bugatti, excuse me, Mclaren, and a Pagani. And the reason I got it is because of the Paganis. But I mostly the Paganis, and there's also a lot for the Bugattis. The McLarens are cool, but not necessarily the most excited about them. See, this is how the package came to me. I needed to do some printing today, so I was leaving the house and I found this. So, oh my god, it actually arrived. And on my way there, I was like, wait, that box is way too small. Like, did they forget that I ordered the whole set? But no, they did. No, they didn't. This presumably is all 12 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I hope they knew what they were doing when they packaged it like this. It's surely one way of doing it. I hope it turned out alright, and if it doesn't, I'll be very unhappy. So I'm just gonna take out a random one. I don't think there's any way of finding out what they are from the way they're packaged. So I'm gonna start with this one, number 12. Oh, this is probably gonna be a Pagani, knowing how these things are numbered. So this one is very, very similar to Kyosho. You can see like even the bags, well, not actually necessarily the same, but the hell is this? Actually, let me turn down the blinds a little. It seems a bit too bright in here. Yeah, it seems better now. Okay. It reminds me of the Kyosho Ferraris. It's like, look at me, I'm a model kit kind of idea, but I don't know why this needs to be like so. Yep, it's sweet. It's a Pagani Huayra Roadster, and I think this one is a good one to start because I do have a. I don't want to knock over my water bottle over there. Huh. So I thought these things are gonna be like true 164, and it seems like they're a little bigger, which is interesting. Yeah, just a little bigger. Okay, that's. To be perfectly honest, that's a little disappointing. I genuinely thought these are true 164, but oh well. Can take this off the base, and actually I need the instruction manuals. This is Cinque Roadster Revolution. That's how you pronounce it, right? Revolution. Huayra BC, Huayra Roadster. Here it is. Alright, so presumably I need to take the base out. This seems very delicate. Okay, so this hatch opens up pretty easily. The side mirrors are plastic. Well, I mean are soft rubber. So okay, so this part comes off. And I need my trusty scissors to open up the smaller bag. What should I get out first? Well, okay, how about this? Start with the interior. So this little bag right here, you have. This is cool. So this is the dashboard and the steering wheel. These are actually separate pieces. That's really interesting. It's also really tiny and delicate. My fingers are way too clumsy for this to just push it in. Is it safe? Oh, is this all the way in? Oh, no, this is all the way in. Alright, just gonna make sure it's level. And this goes on the main body. I mean the base. I'm sniveling a little bit. I feel like I'm getting a bit of a cold. It's not, you know, anything serious, but do we just jam it in now? Oh, this is the kind of stuff that makes me very scared. Okay, I think it's all the way down now. Is there anything else that needs to go here? No. Okay, so that leaves only the excuse me. Oh wow, the engine comes off as well. Okay, so this is one whole interior piece. Oh, don't tell me I spent all that time. I'm gonna take this off again. This feels all really nicely detailed, but also really delicate. And it's not something I want to be assembling, to be honest. Can't like a machine do it or someone? Okay. So I'm gonna show you how to assemble this one thing, which will probably take the rest of my life already, and then I'll cut back. I am genuinely terrified. Okay, excuse me, I'm gonna take this part off altogether.
One eternity later.
Alright. I'm gonna cut this video somehow. I'm back. It took me forever and a heart attack to get this piece off, but it's off now. So I'm gonna start with the front axles. This is scary. I think I made that very clear by now. So this part is very much like Kyosho. You have this, you need to put on the tires, which is there any particular direction this should go to? I need to look at this under better lighting conditions. Yes, there are. So this should be facing out. Yeah, so this bit should be facing out. And wow, the tires feel really cheap. Is this the right way on, or did I screw it up? Might have screwed it up. Okay, so it works better one way than the other, which definitely helps you get the orientation right, so that's good to know. Which presumably I think this means it should go on this way now. Oh, I'm not sweating. Oh my god, I'm sweating. Alright. Yeah, the tires don't look like the highest of quality, to be perfectly honest. It's not. The rest of the model looks very like Kyosho and Aoshima, but is this the right way? Would it look better the other way around? Oh, but the tires I feel like a lot cheaper rubber. Yeah, okay, it should be this way. And this was the front, so this means it will go here. Is the tire on properly? Yes. Okay, and now the rear tires. And I'm just gonna do it away from the camera because you know how this works now. Okay, it should be this way, I think. Okay. Yeah, what's like the larger tires? The rear tires look better. They still don't look like the highest of quality like you see was like Kyosho or Atomic Limited Vintage or like Hot Wheels Premiums, but they look better. So this is what the rear tires look like. And I'm gonna put it here, which means I can now put this piece back. Wasn't that so much fun last time I pulled it out? Alright, clunk. Hope that didn't break anything. And now I can put the dashboard back on, like so. Oh, bitte schön. Bitte, 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 bitte. Danke. Alright, so this is the base of the vehicle. And now for the top, like the die cast and the hard plastic stuff are really high quality. That's for sure. Excuse me. And need one screw on the bottom. So this is something I've heard is that a lot of these models have opening bars, like an opening back hatch that lets you see the back engine, for instance this one. And as a result, it's only it only has one screw at the bottom that's holding the front of the car. So I've heard people say that as a result it's not the most secure thing, like it's a bit wobbly. And I'm gonna see, oh yeah, like it's one screw all the way at the very front of the car. So where's my, all of these can come with their own screwdrivers, but I can just use the Kyosho one, I think. It definitely does not screw as well as the Kyosho one. Nice and tight. Oh, it's still going. Okay. I think that's as far as you can go now. That's not wobbly. It's fine. I think maybe the other person who did it just were a bit more afraid of messing things up, so he didn't screw it as well as I did. I don't know. And as the back hatch, you can just put it in like so. Yeah, that's the one thing he mentioned. It's the as a result, there's gonna be a bit of a space here. Is there a way to like press it down? No, it's just all the way down, right? The lines are indeed lining up. Okay. Ooh, this is gonna take the rest of the week, and I have another paper. That's, well, basically due whenever we want, so that's good, but still. I have a turntable here. Gonna give it some light because I forgot to put battery in this thing. It looks really good. I am definitely disappointed it's not true 164, at least by the looks of it. It's not. Although that's also trusting the Mini GT one to be perfect 164, which may be the case, might not. I probably need to do some numbers, which I will. Yeah, but like just put them side by side. Yeah. Got like a good 5-second use out of the turntable there. So this is a Grani and Partners. This is a Mini GT. Grani Partners doesn't look bad except for the size, which again, actually I take that back. They're the same size. Well, what's wrong with me? I thought this one was larger for some reason. It turned out I just need new prescription glasses. Well, that's nice. So yeah, they line up really nicely against each other. Yeah, really good. Obviously here the extra textures like the dashboard and the steering wheel are extra parts, and these seem to be painted right here. So that's the difference. Obviously this one has the opening back hatch that lets you see the engine, so that's really cool. But yeah, it definitely holds up. It definitely holds up. This one does have a plastic base, which means it's gonna feel lighter than this, but excuse me. Not bad at all. All right. Probably already taken like 20 minutes. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this, especially the last part. But I'll be back after I'm done with all 12 models. If I don't end up with a heart attack, I'll talk to you again very soon. And we're back. So probably took me about, I don't know, 40 minutes, roughly the episode, roughly the length of the most recent Half in the Bag episode from Red Letter Media. I love those guys. I'm a Patreon for them, and it's just funny. But anyway, this is all 12 models. So you see 4 McLarens, 4 Bugattis, and 4 Paganis. And I know it's been a while, I don't even remember what I said, but I think I remember saying they're probably the quality of Kyosho, because all that's, especially the Ferraris, those you actually assemble yourself. They also have metal body and plastic chassis as well as rubber tires. But I gotta say, especially during the assembly process, Kyosho definitely feels much better quality. These ones by Grani and partner, the metal part is really high quality. The plastic bits not so much, and the rubber tires definitely feel cheap in my personal opinion. By the way, one thing I neglected to mention earlier was that this whole set, you can buy this whole set for I think roughly $100 plus $20 shipping, and everything including taxes almost exactly $140. Now there's 12 cars in total, and 12 by 12 is $144, so this is approaching but not exactly $12 per car, which I think is a good price. But I'm gonna look into them and see exactly how I feel about them. There's some of them that are not as high quality as others. There's some that's absolutely perfect, and I'll go through them when I talk about every model. So McLarens, none of these McLarens have opening hoods, which I could think it's good, because that means they have both screws front and back, and I think they're a lot tighter fit than others. So this is the McLaren 545C. It's a very nice matte, not matte, like glossy red. I think it's a really nice looking color. This one is pretty much perfect if I remember correctly. Yeah, this one is definitely perfect. I do have models from other brands, so I can use them to compare with them if needed. Yeah, good looking car. There's not much to say about this one because it's just really good. This one is, let me just look, it's a 650S Spider. And this one is, it's got a bit of a production issue. First of all, you see the side of the mirror here, this part protruding. This is definitely not supposed to be here, so I'll probably just cut it off after I'm done with this video. And you might be able to tell the base is not fitted perfectly. You'd see it's kind of jutting out. I tried my best. I had to grind down a little bit here to make sure it sticks better, but I think it might just be a little bit warped. So by the way, I halfway through making putting these models together, I realized my finger was bleeding. So if you see extra red paint where it's not supposed to be, chances are it's not red paint. But this one is pretty good. I just have to remove this part. It's okay. Next up is another McLaren. I'm not super familiar with these McLaren models. They all have numbers. It's kind of like Ferrari. It's hard to remember. This is the 675 LT Coupe. I think this one is basically perfect. It's really good. None of these McLarens have opening hoods. I feel like McLaren basically has drew the short straw here. It's not that hard to get McLaren models in like true 164 or basically Hot Wheels 3-inch models. So like get them is not the most exciting. They also don't have opening hoods, but on the other hand, as a result, they're going to be sturdier than the others. And finally, the one that probably most people know, this is a Mclaren P1. And you probably already saw that like the back wing is uneven. I couldn't like either press this side out or press this side in or pull this side out. I think it's just the way it is now, unfortunately. It's good looking overall, but that back wing is gonna be a problem. And I do have a Mclaren P1 from Hot Wheels, so I could just put them side by side. A lot of these things, like I put a Hot Wheels car next to like a premium model, like I'm always surprised by like how good Hot Wheels is able to do it with like in like $1. This one you can see it's basically 164. They're exactly the same size. So by the way, I'm pretty sure all of these cars from Grani and Partners are true 164. I don't know why at the beginning I thought the Huayra Roadster here is bigger than the Mini GT one. I'm a history major. I'm not a put things next to each other and tell which one is larger major. So please forgive me. That's all I'm trying to say. This is the Bugatti Chiron, Veyron. So this is where it gets really cool because you don't get true 164 Veyrons that easily. Auto Art makes them, well, used to make them. I think they're out of production for a while now, and those things are super expensive. This is pretty much the cheapest option you can get. If you want like more in the 3-inch range, you can get the Burago ones for like $10, but they're also pretty big from what I've seen. So yeah, this one's not too much to talk about it, but it's a Veyron, so obviously it's going to be cool. And starting from this ones, we start getting like opening hatches. You can see the inside of the engine. This is super cool. Now these ones was one engine, and a lot of the ones was no opening parts as well, only have one screw. You see this one in the front, but it uses a latch system to basically buckle it in place, so it's not gonna, it's like, there was another YouTube video I watched, and he was saying how like these are a bit flimsy. Not these ones, no, but there are gonna be some that we'll see are not perfect in the way they're created. This is the Veyron Super Sport, right? I'm pretty sure. Yep, Veyron 16.4 Super Sport. This one is pretty perfect as well, if I remember correctly. From a distance, these things look perfect, and you're not gonna notice the issue with the rubber tires unless you put it together yourself. So yeah, again, not too much to say here, but I'm gonna open up the back hatch again to show you what it's like, the engine details. I'm a little scared, to be perfectly honest, to open up the back hatches because these are not metal parts, these are plastic parts. I'm just a little scared, like I might break it off someday. But yeah, these engine details are really good. That's something that's genuinely really impressive. Next up is another model that I will have a point of comparison, and that is a Chiron. By the way, like, just look at the Veyron and the Chiron together, and just look at them head on. I'm not gonna, like, the Veyron is, if you think of it as a face, it's kind of like, kind of face, and this one's like kind of face. Like, it's Richard Hammond describes the Veyron as a physics equation. Like, it's super awesome, it's super fast, it's designed to perfection. It just has such a derpy face. This one though, the Chiron, definitely looks a lot meaner, a lot cooler. Come on, focus. Yeah, it's got the kind of the U shape really nicely. See headlight details. It's really good, and obviously Hot Wheels have theirs. And again, you can see Hot Wheels in this case is 164. Yeah, they're exactly the same size. So again, like, pretty good for $1, but there's obviously no deco back here. I wish they can have like headlight painted here, which is probably my biggest problem with Hot Wheels, even for $1. Like, there's front deco, like, just, I mean, it might be harder to put the deco like inside this groove, but still, it would be nice to have it. Headlight details. And this one also has an opening hatch, and yeah, this is the one I'm super scared about. Don't break anything. Engine details, check it out. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, for like, obviously for the whole thing, for $140, it just feels expensive, but if you look at them individually for under $12, I think they're worth it. They're worth it. This is the Bugatti Vision GT. This one doesn't really have an opening back hatch. You do have to put like the middle of the wing on yourself, but it doesn't open up to reveal anything. But still a very cool looking model. I think they just ran out of Bugattis. It's like, and they probably didn't have the license for like Devo, or maybe this was before Devo was announced or revealed. So Vision GT, why not? But still, it's a very cool model. And this is the stuff I am super interested in. This is the Zondas, like I said. Tarmac Work is making another Zonda, a silver grayish one, which I'm super excited. I'm definitely gonna get that one. This is the Zonda Cinque Roadster. Cinque because there's only 5 of them produced. There's 5 coupe versions of the Cinque and 5 Roadster convertible versions of the Cinque. And this is the one where you actually see, like, it's because of the opening back hatch, like, you can see a huge gap back here. It doesn't show, it's pretty good right here, like the lines mostly fit up, but like if you see here, this is what it's supposed to look like. So if you're super, like if you wanted to fit super well, you probably have to glue it down, but you also do see, if you don't glue it down, you also see this, which is just impressive. Like, look how detailed the prints are, look how detailed the molding is. This is really cool. And if you put it back in, it's not gonna look great from the back, but I think I probably just hit the mic, which probably gonna have to apologize to headphone users. But like if you put it in, like if you don't look at it super hard from the back, it still looks really great. Next up is the yeah, I think these two are probably the most comparable. So this is the Zonda C12 from Motormax. You can just see how big the Motormax is. The Motormax I've established is larger than 164. Oh, it's larger than 160 actually. And next to a true 164, you can just see how big it is. Next up is the Pagani Zonda Revolution. I think it's Revolution, right? It's not Revolution because the C in Italian is like a hard C, like Ciao, Chiandi, Civita. It's all, it's all, there's no S sound for the C. And this one is all black, glossy black, really good looking. It has a similar opening back hatch as the Cinque, but you can see this one has a much better fit. It's pretty much sitting exactly where it should, and you can see the lines from the side. By the way, these ones definitely have like softer plastic. It's not, I wouldn't go as far as to say it's like soft rubber, but it's like either really hard rubber or very soft plastic. And you can take, once again, look at that. Just look at that. When I was putting it together, some of these, actually I'll wait for the very end before giving like kind of a final thought and whether these things are good or bad, or if they're worthy or not. But not worthy, I'm not judging Thor right now, whether they're worth it, the money you pay for them. Something's weird. I can't put the hatch back perfectly, but I think it's, yeah, okay, got it. And I have already shown the Huayra Roadster. It still looks really good, and I'm gonna put it next to the Mini GT model. You can see they are 100% comparable. The biggest plus on the side of the Mini GT version is that it has a metal base, which is not really anything, honestly. The Grani and partners, it has slightly lower, what are those things called? Slightly lower windshield, which I think it's more accurate, I believe. But yeah, like if you don't look too detailed, like the wheels are really good. It's only the tires and the paint. I think actually Grani and partners, like that kind of blue paint just looks more metallic. If that's your thing, you're gonna like it more. Yeah, like I said, like Mini GT is very, very detailed and beating it out at anything, like without thinking about production issues, because Mini GT definitely has some, but beating it out at any part in terms of like details or the look is very hard. And this one also basically has like a perfect fitting back hatch as well. If you open it up, yeah, that's something you're not going to get from a Mini GT, which is really, really impressive considering, like a Mini GT, you can get it in the United States for probably a bit higher than these go for. And last but definitely not least, oh, by the way, you can put them next to the Hot Wheels version. Yeah, I think after a while, I just think the Hot Wheels version is still good for $1, but maybe this specific deco of the Huayra Roadster, I'm no longer feeling it. It's still good, again, $1, but not that impressive compared to like the Bugatti, the Chirons, and the F1s that Hot Wheels has made. And finally, Pagani Huayra BC, and I'm just gonna put a random like Hot Wheels Huayra Coupe version right here. And just on its own, please don't overexpose Mr. Auto lighting adjustment camera thingy. Yeah, really good, really good. I think overall the Paganis, which is have at least the set I got, the Paganis have like the best quality, which I'm very glad. Well, obviously I would wish that everything is perfect quality, but if I have to choose, I will want the Paganis to be the best. So some of the problems I've had is it's gonna be hard to describe without having the models open up, which I'm not going to do. But I already talked about for the for this Roadster, the Spider, Speedster, convertible, whatever. This part is not supposed to be jutting out. Probably gonna have to cut that down. Also, this base is not perfectly flat. It's a bit protruding. It's not gonna be hard. It's not gonna be easy to see. This side is easier, yeah. So it's not perfectly fitting. There sometimes the screws don't work perfectly. This one, the Bugatti Chiron, you can see it's sitting higher than it's supposed to be. A little higher. So I actually had, like, the screw is not working for some reason. I couldn't screw it in, so I actually had to super glue the whole thing in. But it still looks good, right? What should I do here? Maybe this will be better. No, it's actually much worse. It's hard to see inside, but you know, like right inside the doors, there's like the plastic interior of the doors, right? These things are actually not molded at a 90 degrees angle, but I think they're actually folded up. So some of them are actually a bit flimsy. I don't think they're gonna break necessarily, and if you put it like on the interior, the metal body is gonna hold it in place. But there was, I think it's this Chiron that's actually pretty bad. I thought it was gonna break, so I also had to apply super glue there as well. I just in general don't like the idea of using super glue, using glue where it's not designed to be like. I feel like the quality should be good enough for me not to do it. And obviously I also showed you for this P1, the wings are just weird. I still haven't been able to find out a way to correct that. If I hope I do, but I don't think that's likely. And oh, is this one again? This one? Yeah, this one. You can see it's a little darker in there because the headlight actually popped off, and I have to also super glue that part back in its place. So like overall, out of these 12 cars, only these two have like obvious visual problems, and probably the P1 more so than like this one. You're not really going to notice that stuff, other than this, which can be easily removed. So it's only this one that has a bit of a problem. But construction wise, there's these two and the Chiron. But so overall, I think, I don't know, for $12 I think they're 100% worth it. 100%. If you want to get them individually, I think you can get them for like around 20 shipped, which is steep. But considering like for instance like Kyosho, which is, I believe, higher quality, you can get Kyosho like cheaper for like $20, something like that. So getting these for 12, under 12 a piece, I think it's definitely worth it. And all of them roll really well. I'm gonna demonstrate. Every single one of them roll, and like I said, it's not easy to get. No, this might be the only true 164 Chiron you're gonna be able to get. The only true 164 Veyron you're gonna get, and you get 2 Veyrons in this set. Oh, this one doesn't roll that well for some reason. It rolls not. This one doesn't roll that well, unfortunately. I think it's the wheel wells are a bit tight, but you know, for these supercars, that's what they're supposed to be like. Huayra BC rolls, Vision GT rolls, Huayra Roadster roads, Revolution, Cinque, this Spider, this McLaren, and that McLaren. I think I hit the mic again, my apologies. Yeah, so you know, I think it's worth it. Hey, I accidentally turned it off when I was touched. Anyway, I was trying to say, like, there's no easy way to get true 164 models of a lot of these things. Like, so I think overall, I'm very happy with the purchase, but it's tough. Like, it's tough putting everything together because, especially the interior pieces, you have to put on the dashboard into the interior, and you have to put the steering wheels onto the dashboard. So it's gonna be hard. And I joke about myself being clumsy, which I am. I am clumsy, but I'm very when I need to be very, very careful, I can be. But still, there are a lot of places like, oh, I really, really hope this doesn't break, and it didn't, but it felt like it could. For instance, the hardest part is putting the steering wheels into the dashboard. You have to like you have to push really hard, which is scary, and you have to like push right in the center, because if you like veer a little bit away from the center, you can feel like it's going to it's gonna warp the whole thing. You're gonna bend it and maybe even break it. I didn't happen to me, but it's very, very likely. I would prefer, honestly, if it's just come in all assembled. And yeah, I think that's all. The back hatches are really cool. Honestly, like, it feels almost like Tomica Limited vintage, because like that's what they do for their Mazda RX, Mazda 787, as well as all the Stella Racers. Obviously, it's not nearly as cool. It's not even close to the details you get from a TLV. But again, for this price, it's really, really good. I don't usually see these things with opening hatches and such detailed engine at all. What else can I say? Grani and Partners. If you look it up on Google, you can find their website and some of the other 164 models they make. They have like a Lamborghini set as well as a Ferrari set, which all look really cool. But I have been able to find like a couple of them on eBay, but they're not gonna be easy to find. So if you find that, maybe it's more common in Asia. If that is, well, I think they're gonna be worth it. At under 15 and perhaps even under 20, they're 100% worth it. Overall, I'm very impressed by this set. Like, I think there is a paint chip on one of those models. I think it might be this one again. I remember distinctively missing a bit of orange, so it has to be from that model. So, but overall, no, like, better quality control than Mini GT, which is scathing for Mini GT, right? Because this company doesn't even mostly make die-cast models. And I think these will be very good for customizing. You get like different pieces. You can like color the steering wheel one color and the dashboard another color. You can easily change the wheels out, which I think might be good. But just be careful. I don't think these things are designed to be disassembled and reassembled. So you might just want to think about it before making it at all. So you just immediately go with the switched wheels, might be better. But that's all I have to say. Again, mostly very, very much impressed. Hope this has been interesting. Hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.